What's up, everybody? HTG Brian here, and we're back with more LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga! This is Episode 4, Chapter 6, Rebel Attack Story! Now, this is a fun one. You get to see me try and fly an X-Wing. We also round up our first red brick, as you can see by the arrow flashing there. We get an achievement called A New Hope for completing this episode, and we also get that gold brick for completing the chapter. So here comes the old creepy crawly credits, and we are in the end of A New Hope, Chapter 6, Rebel Attack. Now, I do want to remind you guys, we will be getting to those collectibles as soon as we finish up story. We will do a quick preparing for free play, which is just going to basically ensure that you have the 2x red brick stud multiplier, as well as 1.25 million studs, and that should be pretty much all you need. Then we should jump in and get going. Actually, we do need to purchase one character, I do believe, as well. So there will be a preparing for free play video, and I look forward to sharing it with you. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and ring that bell as well. That being said, let's go ahead and jump into a quick cutscene where the Falcon, we're kind of landing, getting ready, we're gearing up, ready to get things going here. And you probably remember this in the movie where Han is getting ready to take off, and Skywalker's like, oh, you just got your money and you're gonna leave, right? And then everyone's in here with like the battle, oh, we got to wait this and kind of blow it up, go boom. You guys probably remember all this. And then of course, Leia is leading the way, and we are pretty much out of here. And yes, I did talk over this whole cutscene, even though I said I was not going to, but hey, this is going to help ensure that we don't run into copyrighted audio. All right, so they are on to us. We are on to them. It's a battle royale. Let's go. Oh, look at that. We got a little bit of... we got to clear our throats there and open up them X-Wings. You see that? It's looking like it was struggling a little bit. Now, this is an absolute blast, quite literally, other than the fact that I cannot fly to save my life. You can tell that I still have my X-Wing learner's permit because I can't figure out which way is up or down. Now, in all fairness, the controls are a little bit wonkadoo, as I like to say, but really we just have to get ourselves a proton torpedo and drop it in that hole there. Now, unfortunately, it took a little longer than it should have for that torpedo to hit its target, and I ran into that force field one more time and had to pull the old e-brake. Oh, no! I told you, this is a hoot. Watching me try to fly this thing is pretty stinking funny. However, what's even funnier is at the very end, I kind of misread the trophy, the achievement guide. You like that? You thought I was really going to say trophy, didn't you? Because I was. But in our achievement guide that Gary has put together for us, there's a pretty thorough explanation of where the red brick is, and I read it wrong like a dummy and ended up almost missing it. I almost missed it. You'll see how close it is. I'm going to explain it and point it out once we get there so you don't run into the same issue I did. But essentially, we launch our proton torpedo at the very end that goes right down that super little special hole and takes out the whole Death Star. Oh, spoiler alert, sorry. Yeah, we'll get there, and I'll show you where it is. There's a red brick in the back right corner, and I almost missed it. Like, it's a photo finish. The game level ends right as the tip, yes, the tip of my X-Wing crosses into the plane of the red brick. It can't get any closer, I promise you. All right. So a couple recommendations that I learned from playing this area. Definitely take out any of the turret cannons that are on the ground. Don't worry so much about the H-Wings and other fighters that are taking you down, because they just respawn over and over and over, and they usually come in clusters of 3. But you can thwart some of the pew-pews by taking down those little turrets on the ground. Now, this second area, once you get the 4 proton torpedoes dispelled, you're going to have to actually shoot the wall to gain access to the new area. So it took me a second to figure that out. And look at me, I'm blasting right on by some more of them turrets, trying to avoid them. There's a spinny thing. We find another one of those spinny things later in the level, but we avoid it because it actually gives us a mini kit by actually completing it. So, all right, here we go. We got 4 more of these proton torpedoes. We got to drop them like it's hot. And basically, you can only do one at a time, which is kind of slow. But I roll over to the bomb dispenser and grab a couple more. I don't know why I like having a full clip, but I do. For the most part, I don't leave until I have 3 in the tank. Let's see here. There's one. I'll swoop around. Hard bank turn. Oh, that dude's got some impeccable aim, if I do say so myself. And, you know, once we get back to this level in the free play, we should have a couple of the red brick stud multipliers, as well as the attract studs red brick. That should give us plenty of studdage, even if we get dealt with a whole bunch of times and lose studs, we should have plenty to get the true Jedi when we return. All right, there is another red circuit path. Did you see that, how I followed that all the way down? See this right here? It's basically a road map, and it tells us where the next clump of circuits are that need to be bomb, 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 bomb. So we'll go ahead and grab a couple more proton torpedoes here. I think that's what those are. Am I calling those the wrong thing? Oh, man, that was a head-on collision. Tell me if I'm calling those wrong. They gotta in the movie. That's what we shoot to take down the Death Stars, a proton torpedo. But I wonder if like that's what these things are. I'm not 100% sure. The game doesn't tell us that. I don't think. If it did, I wasn't paying attention. But all right, so we got all four of both of the circuit areas dealt with. Now the force field should be gone, and we should be able to blast our way through into the next area. And look at that. All right, it even takes us into the next scene, which we're getting ready to do a trench run. We have one more of these circuit board things here. You can see we've got 4 more nodes that need to be blown up. Luckily for me, I've got a couple of torpedoes attached. Look at that. Look at it. He's following me. What's he doing? What's he doing? It was like he was crashing into me. It was like, you know, sometimes you fall and you like stumble and stumble and stumble. You don't quite fall right away. Like it seemed like that's what he was doing. He was just kind of stuck in the animation of falling. Anyways, we swoop around. We got one more to take down. Now, once we get down with this wall, we're actually going to see a quick cutscene, and then we run into the trench. You know, when we go, we got the walls on both sides. It's basically like the canyon, but we're in the Death Star, so we're calling it a trench. Oh, it turns out, look at that, psych! There's a whole nother node. We got 4 more bombs we got to drop. So once we get these 4, we should be able to go to the cutscene and then into the trench. And then it's trenches for you. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually, we get out of it, and then that's when the red brick thing happens. So this level is actually rather short in the grand scheme of things, because most of the levels in the second part, the second group, it's actually the first group of movies, 4, 5, and 6. Those ones are definitely longer than 1, 2, and 3. So I don't know why that is. Probably because the game development changed. Like when they made the first one, it was a long time. Oh, shh, Darth Vader.
Hey man, you got any plans later? Oh no, here comes Darth. Sorry, sir, I wasn't doing nothing. Sorry.
You. I'll deal with you later. Come with me for now.
If you want to do something right, you've got to do it yourself.
Oh, don't forget to smash that like button. That is right. Not only here on the old YouTubes, but you owe it to yourself to go check us out on Facebook, as we do have a weekly giveaway. Now here, I'm doing the old sideways shuffle here, back and forth, as it's helping me avoid their fire. Now, eventually, we get to the end here, and it frees things up just a wee bit. And we got another quick little side shot here of the X-Wing, which is looking oh so beautiful. And look at that, we're in his sights, but we know what happens here, right? Han shows up and saves the day, knocks one of those H-Wings out, knocks the other one into Vader, and Vader goes tumbling off into, well, I guess the unknown, and we get our shot to go ahead and drop that proton torpedo right in the sweet spot. All right, so here it is. This is the important part. Up or in the middle right there. If you shoot your proton torpedo, it's going to end the level, so don't do it. Do not shoot your torpedo. In the back left corner, you can see that there's an X on the ground. As you approach that, it'll pop up a little turnstile, and you can shoot that thing and spin it around and get a minikit. We don't want to do that, though. In the back right corner, there is a little cubby, and I highly recommend you watch me complete this. I'm getting ready to shoot. Oh, I'm going to take out a couple more things, so watch this. In the far right corner, I'm getting ready. I'm pointing right at it right now. It's right there in the back corner. You can see it? Can you see it? All right, I'm getting ready to shoot my torpedo, and I'm going to end the level, but watch this. I shoot the torpedo, and I find the red brick, and I grab it right as the torpedo blows up, and it takes us to the cutscene. Here it goes. There goes the torpedo. There's the red brick. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, so close. Woohoo. Look at that. Luke is celebrating just like I am, too. Woohoo. He doesn't think we did the job, but guess what? Surprise! Yep, that's right. He's like, wait for it. It's kind of like Spaceballs, right? In 3, 2. Have a nice day. Booyakashow. Ooh. All right, we're all excited. We all win. And it's actually going to take us, well, Vader gets, look at, he's like in the dryer, man. That's not something, look at that. Tweet, 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 tweet. All right, he's knocked out. Out for the count, floating into nowhere. Who knows what'll happen to him? Psst, I know what happens to him. Anyways, we'll go ahead and look at that. Level complete, free play. Unlock, lock. We also got the achievement achievement unlocked for A New Hope, which is simply for completing the 4th chapter. We also got the 2x red brick unlock. We have 1.25 million we need to come up with, though, to purchase that bad boy. So it's going to be a minute before we get there. We also got an extra vehicle added to our arsenal, and we came pretty close to that True Jedi, despite the fact that we got destroyed like a gajillion times in our X-Wing. I hope the insurance bill isn't paid by me, because I smashed up a lot of things, and there's certainly going to be a claim or two. Hey, we got that gold brick for completing the story, and that is going to wrap it up. Now, there is a short little cutscene that I didn't show here, and I apologize for that, but, yeah, that is going to wrap it up for LEGO Star Wars, The Complete Saga, Episode 4, Chapter 6, Rebel Attack Story. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and are looking forward to the free play. As for me, that's going to do it. As always, until next time. So, yeah.